Have you ever felt like you were just an ordinary person caught up in circumstances far beyond your control? Well, what if I told you that sometimes the most ordinary people are placed in extraordinary situations for a reason? Today, we're diving into the incredible story of a true leader. A woman whose courage and quick thinking saved an entire nation from annihilation. Her name is Esther, and her story is nothing short of a Hollywood blockbuster. So let's set the scene. We're in ancient Persia, a vast and powerful empire. Esther is a young Jewish woman, an orphan being raised by her cousin, Mordecai. She's beautiful, kind, and by all accounts, just a regular girl. But her life is about to take a wild turn. The mighty king Ahasuerus, or Xerxes as you might know him, decides he needs a new queen. So he holds a kingdom-wide beauty pageant, and you guessed it, Esther is chosen. Talk about pressure. She's whisked away to the palace, surrounded by luxury and intrigue. But here's the catch. On Mordecai's advice, she keeps her Jewish identity a secret. She's living a double life, a queen in public, but holding her heritage close to her heart. For a while, things seem to be going great. She wins the king's favor and settles into her new royal life. But a storm is brewing on the horizon. Enter the villain of our story, Haman. He's the king's top advisor, a man filled with pride and a deep-seated hatred. When Esther's cousin Mordecai refuses to bow down to him, Haman's ego is so wounded that he doesn't just target Mordecai, no. He hatches a wicked plan to eliminate all the Jewish people throughout the entire Persian Empire. He even manipulates the king into signing a decree, setting a specific date for this mass execution. Imagine the terror and despair that swept through the Jewish communities. This wasn't just a threat, it was a royal command, sealed with the king's ring. It seemed like all hope was lost. Mordecai, heartbroken, sends a message to Esther. He tells her, "You are in the palace. You have to do something. You have to speak to the king." But this was a life-or-death situation for Esther. In ancient Persia, you couldn't just walk up to the king, not even if you were the queen. Approaching him uninvited could mean immediate execution. Esther is terrified. She reminds Mordecai of this deadly rule, and this is where the story pivots. This is the moment a girl becomes a leader. Mordecai sends back a message that has echoed through history. Do not think that because you are in the king's house, you alone of all the Jews will escape. And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this. Wow, for such a time as this. Those words hit Esther hard. She realizes this isn't a coincidence. Her position, her influence, it was all leading to this moment. She wasn't just a queen, she was a protector. She makes a decision. She tells Mordecai to gather all the Jews in the city to fast and pray with her for 3 days. She and her attendants will do the same. And then she says, "I will go to the king, even though it is against the law. And if I perish, I perish." This is the turning point. Esther transforms from a passive participant into a strategic, courageous leader. After 3 days, she puts on her royal robes, takes a deep breath, and approaches the king. Miraculously, he is pleased to see her and holds out his golden scepter, sparing her life. But she doesn't blurt out her request right away. Oh no, she's smarter than that. Instead, she uses her wisdom and charm. She invites the king and the villain, Haman, to a private banquet. And then she invites them to a second one. She's building suspense, gaining the king's full attention, and setting the perfect trap. At the second banquet, with Haman feeling proud and secure, the king asks Esther what she truly wants, promising her up to half the kingdom. Now, with perfect timing, she reveals everything. She exposes her Jewish identity and pleads for her life and the lives of her people, revealing Haman's genocidal plot. The king is enraged. He had no idea this was the consequence of the decree Haman tricked him into signing. The tables turn in an instant. Haman is dealt with, and the king, unable to reverse his own decree, gives Esther and Mordecai the authority to write a new one. This new decree allows the Jewish people to defend themselves against their attackers. When the day of the planned annihilation arrives, the Jewish people are prepared. They not only survive, but are victorious. Esther's courage didn't just save herself, it saved her entire nation. Her story is a powerful reminder that leadership isn't always about being the loudest or the strongest. It's about wisdom, strategy, and having the courage to act when it matters most, even when you're terrified. It teaches us that sometimes we find ourselves in unexpected positions, and maybe, just maybe, we are there for such a time as this. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as inspiring as I do, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories of incredible leaders from history. See you next time.